Guys, hello, how are you all? I'm Suma Reddy, teacher of English working in a government higher primary school, Bhimasamudra, Chitradurga Taluk, Chitradurga district. So, in the last session, we have discussed about R.K. Narayan and K. Rajarao. Why we discussed these two writers is because R.K. Narayan is the writer of this short story which is prescribed in your text for the first lesson, a hero, and K. Rajarao is for your project work. Hope both of these writers were well known to you now. So go on reading more works from them. Second, third and fourth part, why these three section is, it is because in your textbook it is given in the three parts. Total there are 17 paragraphs and it is divided as three parts. So I will go according to that. In the last part we will do some exercises and activities related to the lesson. Okay. Do you know from which collection of short stories this lesson is taken or this short story is taken? It is Under the Banyan Tree and Other Stories. Okay, it is written by R.K. Narayan. Before we starting the class, there is a short conversation. Let's see what it is. It is between astrologer and Mr. Suraj Khanna. If I face this side, I am astrologer. If I face this side, I am Suraj Sharma. Hope you will enjoy this activity. Come my child, your name is Suraj Sharma. Yes, indeed, my name is Suraj Sharma. You have 2 daughters and 2 sons. How true! Yesterday you bought 4 kgs of sugar and 5 kgs of rice, and in your family you are 5 members. How true! I am impressed. Can you tell me about my future? Okay then. Come back with your horoscope tomorrow. Take your ration card. This is the situation. So, by listening this conversation, what you come to know? What kind of situation is this? Is it a happy situation, a sad situation, or a funny situation? What happened between astrologer and Suraj Sharma? It is a funny situation because instead of taking horoscope to the astrologer, Mr. Suraj Sharma took ration card and astrologer was saying all the things from the looking at the ration card. In the ration card we have all the details, isn't it, about the family members, their name and whatever you have got from the ration card. So this is the funny situation between astrologer and Suraj Sharma. I have something interesting for you all. Here you can see the pictures of famous personalities and you have to identify the personality. Let me check how many of you are going to identify. Here is our favorite missile man Abdul Kalam, and she is a famous actress Aishwarya Rai. And he is a great saint, Swami Vivekananda. Oh my God, who is he? Yes, I know you know him very well. Yes, a famous actor. And now is Mother Teresa, who received the Nobel Award for Peace, who worked hard. And now it's Sudha Murthy, a founder of Infosys, a very great personality. Here is our Amitabh Bachchan, a very prominent actor. Now who is she? You all know her. Yes, she is Nirja Banot, a flight attendant. Now he is the youth icon Mr. Narendra Modi, our PM. And she is the first Indian police officer, female police officer, Kiran Bedi. Here you have seen 2 kinds of people. One is from real world who worked really hard for the poor people and upliftment of their social standards. And the next are from the glamour world, who entertained us day and night. And one thing we must remember, that even though they entertained us and done everything, we have to remember our real heroes who really worked for all of us selflessly. Here in this lesson, you will see same incident where Swami is going to be our hero accidentally. Before that, I want to introduce new words from the text, and others you have to identify yourself and find it in the dictionary. So let's start our new words. First one is sneer. Speak in a very unkind way or a rude way. Frightful is an unpleasant situation. Face to face with is close to something. Reading it through, reading from beginning to end. Crossly, a little angrily. Mere skeleton is very thin, being very thin. Scowl is an angry look or expression. Tenacity is determination or do something very firmly. Cut in is interrupted at once or disturbed at once. Proposition is a suggestion. Don't confuse it with preposition. Mumble, to say something which is not very clear. Second form is an 7th standard during British time. There is an anecdote in your textbook at the beginning of your lesson. What is anecdote? Let me clear that first. Anecdote is an incident. There is an incident happening between father and the son Siddharth, where father is teaching lesson about living and non-living things, and after completing the lesson, father want to test his son. So he asked one question: can you tell me features of living things? Siddharth is going to tell that living things can breathe, feel, move, grow old and die. And after that, father asks, can you tell one more feature? He thought, Siddharth was thinking, and finally he didn't get any answer, so he said, forget. And father smiled at his answer, and it is out of innocence, but it was the right answer. How is? Because these days forgetting things is also one of our feature. Being human beings, being out of tension and pressure, we keep on forgetting things. That is one of the add-on for our feature these days, isn't it? So let's start our lesson. I am going to read lesson 5 paragraphs, and you have to look up from your book and follow me, and you have to be with textbook and pencil. Why pencil is because you have to underline the new words. Why you are going to underline is that because you have to learn those new words, and you have to practice them so that it can get into your mind and you can learn better the lesson, or it can be used anywhere, isn't it? So be ready with the textbook and pencil. So all of you open your textbook, page number 2, where we get the lesson which is starting from paragraph 1. Okay, and this is a short story, as you all know. This is a short story by R.K. Narayan from his collection of stories named The Banyan Tree and Other Stories. This particular story is taken from his collection of short story named The Banyan Tree and Other Stories. So let's start with paragraph 1. Listen attentively, okay? For Swami, events took an unexpected turn. Father looked over the newspaper. He was reading under the hall lamp and said, Swami, listen to this. News has been received about the bravery of a village lad who, While returning home by the jungle path, came face to face with a tiger. The paragraph described the fight the boy had with the tiger and his flight up the tree, where he stayed for half a day till some people came that way and killed the tiger. After reading through, father looked at Swami fixedly and asked, "What do you say to that?" Swami said, "I think he must have been a very strong and grown up person, not a boy at all. How could a boy fight a tiger?" "You think you are wiser than the newspaper?" Father sneered. "A man may have the strength of an elephant and yet be a coward, whereas another may have the strength of a straw, but if he has the courage, he can do anything. Courage is everything. Strength and age are not important." Swami disputed the theory. "How can it be, father? Suppose I have all the courage, what could I do if a tiger should attack me? Leave alone strength. Can you prove you have courage? Let me see if you can sleep alone tonight in my office room." A frightful proposition, Swami thought. He had always slept beside his granny in the passage, and any change in this arrangement kept him trembling and awake all night. He hoped at first that father was only joking. He mumbled weakly, "Yes," and tried to change the subject. He said very loudly and with a great deal of enthusiasm, "We are going to admit even elders in our cricket club hereafter. We are buying brand new bats and balls. Our captain has asked me to tell you." We'll see about that later," father cut in. "You must sleep alone hereafter." Swami realized that the matter had gone beyond his control. From a challenge, it had become a command. He knew his father's tenacity at such moments. "From the 1st of next month, I'll sleep alone, father." "No, you must do it now. It is disgraceful sleeping beside granny or mother like a baby. You are in the second form, and I don't like the way you are being brought up," he said, and looked at his wife, who was rocking the cradle. "Why do you look at me while you say it?" she asked. "I hardly know anything about the boy." No, I don't mean you," said father. "If you mean your mother is spoiling him, tell her so, and don't look at me," she said, and turned away. This is the beginning situation of Swami. Let me sum up this 5 paragraphs. In these 5 paragraphs, you will see Swami his father, his mother and granny. What is happening here is Swami's father is reading newspaper where he found an article about a brave boy. Why he is brave? Because he while returning home in the jungle path, he came face to face with the tiger and fought with it, and that incident was mentioned in the newspaper. And after reading that newspaper, Swami's father is asking Swami about what is your opinion about it. Suddenly Swami says, I don't think he is a little boy, he might be a grown up and a strong boy. So because a little one or younger one cannot fight with a tiger. So here what happened, Swami's father is not at all happy with the answer, and he says, do you think you are wiser than the newspaper? Because newspapers always print the true facts, isn't it? So what he said, man may have the strength of an elephant. Even man may have the strength of an elephant and yet be a coward. He cannot have that to possess that or to do great acts or do whatever needed, isn't it? And whereas another may have the strength of a straw, a very weak person can achieve so much of things by his courage only. Strength may be less, but if you have the courage, you can achieve anything. That is the message of Swami's father, and he want to make it clear to his son. That's why he is saying this. And Swami is suddenly opposing his father and saying that, how can it be, father? It is not possible. What if I come to that situation, can I fight with a tiger? There his father is telling him that he is challenging his son. Can you sleep alone in my office room tonight? Because it is a disgrace to sleep with your granny. Swami is always sleep beside his granny, and any change will make him uncomfortable. So his father wanted to change his habit, and he challenged his son, but Swami was not at all that brave enough to accept it. Finally his father was so stern with that command that he in the next paragraphs or next part we'll see how it is going to happen. Okay, and from here we have two comprehension questions. I am going to ask that questions. So let me see how many of you can answer. Okay, first question is, Swami's father drew his attention to a report in the newspaper. What was the report about? Swami's father is reading a newspaper report, and what was the report about is the question. What was the report about? Yes, it is a report about a brave village boy or lad. Lad means boy. Okay. The report in the newspaper was about a brave village boy who had fought with the tiger and showed the courage. Okay. Second question is, the report said that the boy who fought with the tiger stayed on the 3 hour for half a day. So there are two questions from this text. Let me check how many of you came to know this complete situation. How many of you have gone through the text very well? Let me check that. Swami's father drew his attention to a report in the newspaper. What was the report about? Come on, yes, there was a report, isn't it? Swami's father is reading the newspaper and he was telling Swami something about whom? Yes, a brave village boy who fought with the tiger, isn't it? The newspaper report was about the brave village boy who fought with a tiger. Okay, let's come to the second question. The report said that the boy stayed the tree for half a day. Why did he do so? There are three options. I am going to give you three options and you have to pick the right one. He wanted to watch the tiger from the top of a tree. He wanted someone to kill the tiger. He wanted to take rest for some time. What is the right option? Why he climbed the tree? Yes, he wanted to someone to kill the tiger so that he get down and save his life, isn't it? So this is all about this session. You have to go through all the new words. You have to practice it with spellings and answer these two questions. Practice them. Read this lesson more times so that you get familiar with all these words. So I hope that it will help you a lot. And in the next session, I will come with the third part of this series, that is from 6th to 9th paragraph. From 6th paragraph to 9th paragraph I am going to deal with. So be ready with that. In prayer you read it before coming to the next session and underline all those words and search all the words whatever are not there in the textbook. Search them from the dictionary and till then take care. Bye. Stay home, stay safe. Signing off, your teacher of English, Suma.